Book of Proverbs, chapter 14 and verse 3. In the mouth of the foolish is a rod of pride, but the lips of the wise shall preserve them. Proverbs chapter 18 and 6. A fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Hawashai, Wahara Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the whole select of the nation of Israel that scattered abroad amongst the heathen, something like the heathen. Beginning of the 144,000. Preachers, teachers, and prophets, Shalom. You got right here Trump, man, America. Hey, are more stout than his fellows. That pride, that you the big bad wolf and you did this and you did that, and man, and we most definitely at the end, man. These allies, these nations, the UN, man, these nations hate America, man, and you can see why. This Trump quote, "Your countries are going to hell," end quote. Trump bashes United Nations world leaders in speech, and they won't line. That headline on point, man. That headline is on point. Hey, like the scripture say, pride is hateful before God and man. Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 7. Pride is hateful before God, Yahweh, and man. And by both doeth one commit iniquity. You see? No one likes that pride talk. Most definitely Yahweh Shema Shah. As a matter of fact, this is scripture in 1 Samuel. What is it? Pride talk. Pride. Hey, it said Yahweh Shema Shah is the only one that can be prideful. Matter of fact, let's go to 1 Samuel real quick. I forgot. I don't even think it just far out. You know what? Let's do it like this. It's at the top. Let's see. Yeah. 1 Samuel throughout the hell by Shema Shah. 1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse it's bad, man. I want to get to the point. I started one. And Hannah prayed and said, "My heart rejoiceth in the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah. My horn is exalted in the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah. My mouth is enlarged over my enemies because I rejoice in thy salvation. There is none holy as the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, for there is none beside thee. Neither is there any rock like our God." Right, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, whose name is Yahweh, who was for the nation of Israel. Talk no more so exceeding proudly, let not arrogancy come out of your mouth. For the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed. So you see, hey, only Yahweh Shema Shah is the one that can be proud, man. And by him actions are weighed. Esau, you ain't got no juice, man. For the scripture said, "Wise earth and ashes proud." Meaning wise man proud. Let's get that. Wise earth and ashes proud. Ecclesiastes 40. I'm sorry. Ecclesiastes 10 and 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? It's to my people. There is not a more wicked thing than than a covetous man for such, and one setteth his own soul to sell, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels. You see, Ecclesiastes 17:32. It says, he vieweth the power of the height of heaven, and all men are but earth and ashes. You see? So why is earth and ashes proud, man? You ain't make nothing. Who are you? And most definitely Esau. Why are you proud? You the 18th nation of the 18 nations. Meaning you are the lowest of the low. All right? You ain't got no power. You the base nation. You are violent in the earth. You are morally corrupted and wicked, man. The head nation is the nation of Israel. The number one nation is the nation of Israel. That's so-called Negroes, Native American Indians, Hispanics, Latinos, Jamaicans, and Haitians, beginning with the elect. So all this pride talk, as we read in Proverbs 14 and Proverbs 18, is going to lead to Esau's destruction, man. And his pride talk is hateful before God and man. Again, quote, your countries are going to hell, end quote. Trump bashes you in world leaders in speech. What's the, it's another in Ecclesiastes. Let me see. You run your mouth against your friends, man. Can't run your mouth against your friends. Talking all that jazz. Let's see. There's a 39. I think it's 27. I think this is it right here. Yeah, I actually think this is it. Ecclesiastes 27 and let's start at 13. The discourse of fools is irksome, and their sport is the wantonness of sin. The talk of him that sweareth much maketh the hair stand upright, and their brows make one stop his ears. Anybody trying to hear this mess, man? Anybody trying to hear that foolishness Trump talking about? The strife of the proud, these nations, not most definitely how about Shema shall not. The strife of the proud is bloodshedding, and their revilings are grievous to the ear. Whoso discovers secrets loseth his credit, and shall never find friend to his mind. Love thy friend, and be faithful unto him. But if thou betrayest his secrets, follow no more after him. For as a man has destroyed his enemy, so hast thou lost the love of thy neighbor. You see that? So Esau was losing the love of his neighbors because he running his mouth. Right? Saying things that don't need to be said. All right? With that proud talk. That's an Edomite for you. As one that letteth a bird go out of his hand, so hast thou let thy neighbor go, and shalt not get him again. Right? So you burning your bridges, man. All right? That's a good thing because it's prophecy. Follow after him no more, for he is too far off. He is a roe, escaped out of the snare. As for a wound, it may be bound up, and not the reviling, there may be reconciliation, but he that betrays secrets is without hope. You see? You see? So, finished, man. The Edomites is finished, man. America is done. And this is the spirit that's upon these Americans anyway. You Edomites that's here. Hey, you heathen that's here. 2/3 of Israel that's here. All y'all full of pride. Yeah, that American spirit. That's why when you go overseas, hey, them other countries don't like Americans. They don't like you. All right? They don't like you because of the pride. Let's play the video. I'm going to read this first paragraph. President Donald Trump delivered a combative speech to the United Nations General Assembly on Tuesday morning, lambasting the international body while toting the work of his administration. In other words, bragging, man. Let's play it. These people is finished.
In a period of just 7 months, I have ended 7 unendable wars. They said they were unendable. You're never going to get them solved. Some were going for 31 years, 2 of them. 31, think of it, 31 years. One was 36 years. One was 28 years. I ended 7 wars, and in all cases they were raging with countless thousands of people being killed. This includes Cambodia and Thailand, Kosovo and Serbia, the Congo and Rwanda, a vicious, violent war that was, Pakistan and India, Israel and Iran, Egypt and Ethiopia, and Armenia and Azerbaijan. It included all of them. No president or prime minister, and for that matter, no other country has ever done anything close to that. And I did it in just 7 months. It's never happened before. There's never been anything like that. Very honored to have done it. It's too bad that I had to do these things instead of the United Nations doing them. And sadly, in all cases, the United Nations did not even try to help in any of them. I ended 7 wars, dealt with the leaders of each and every one of these countries, and never even received a phone call from the United Nations offering to help in finalizing the deal. All I got from the United Nations was an escalator that on the way up stopped right in the middle. If the First Lady wasn't in great shape, she would have fallen, but she's in great shape. We're both in good shape. We both stood. And then a teleprompter that didn't work. These are the 2 things I got from the United Nations, a bad escalator and a bad teleprompter. Thank you very much. And by the way, it's working now. It just went on. Thank you. I think I should just do it the other way. It's easier. Thank you very much. I didn't think of it at the time because I was too busy working to save millions of lives. That is the saving and stopping of these wars. But later I realized that the United Nations wasn't there for us. They weren't there. I thought of it really after the fact, not during these negotiations, which were not easy. That being the case, what is the purpose of the United Nations? The UN has such tremendous potential. I've always said it. It has such tremendous, tremendous potential, but it's not even coming close to living up to that potential. For the most part, at least for now, all they seem to do a really strongly worded letter and then never follow that letter up. It's empty words, and empty words don't solve war. The only thing that solves war and wars is action. Now, after ending all of these wars and also earlier negotiating the Abraham Accords, which is a very big thing for which our country received no credit, never receives credit. Everyone says that I should get the Nobel Peace Prize for each one of these achievements. But for me, the real prize will be the sons and daughters who live to grow up with their mothers and fathers, because millions of people are no longer being killed in endless and unglorious wars.
And there you have it,
In
man.
a period of just 7 months, I have ended 7.
And there you have it, man. The proud talker, Esau Edom. All right? Which again, let's close out with that again, man. It's going to lead to his destruction, man. These nations ain't going for that. These nations are not going for it, my fault. Come on, man. Goddamn. Let's close out with that joint. Proverbs 18:7. A fool, 6 again. A fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. Shalom, man. Hey, Esau is constantly is leading himself into a pit, man, to that destruction due to his pride, which is prophecy. All right, stay prayed up in the name of Yahweh. Shalom.